Good enough of those. Thanks again for tuning into yet another video. We are installing the carbon fiber dash right here. You guys can see, check it out. I already made an unboxing. After looking at it a little bit more, you can see there's a little bit of a run, a little minor imperfection right inside there. Very minor, you can barely see it, but when the sun's hitting it, you can just see there's a little bit of a run right there. But man, this thing's really sharp, looks really clean. So anyways, let's go ahead and remove the old dash. Of course, we would have to reuse the seal on this one, so I have to remove my plate cover and then transfer it over to the new one. So you have to remove your seat, obviously, so we could get to this bolt. So it's just 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3. If you have your gauges, I have a video on relocating the gauges, and you can see how that comes apart. But it's a little plastic piece underneath that holds both of your gauges, like you guys can see up here. Those are, of course, right there. But anyways, let's go ahead and remove this and see if we can install this before the sun goes down. So it turns out the other seal is glued onto your dash, so I don't want to remove it. I want to keep it stock, so I decided I have this extra material from my helmets that I paint, so I decided to kind of use this, and this kind of has that same texture of a carbon fiber. So I figured, you know what, let's give this a try. Let's see how this looks. If this looks as good as I think it does, I think I'm gonna just use this instead and keep the other piece, you know, stock. So it fits very nicely in there. You guys can see how that looks. It doesn't look too bad. You guys can let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? All right, so now I got to get some scissors and cut this off. But that looks pretty solid. So let's just look at both pieces. Well, this is noticeably heavier than this piece, of course. What is this made out of? Is this metal? I believe this is metal. But man, this is, I'd say 3 or 4 times the weight of this piece. You know, but you can see it right there. I believe they're identical, but let's go ahead and cut off this. I think it looks just as good. Of course, you could rip this off. It's glued on the inside. You could definitely rip this off if you don't, you know, if you don't have anything else. So that is fitting nicely right there. So the piece fits perfectly. You guys can see that. You know, that cable's a little thick, but I think it's gonna do the job. I could notice that I think because of the gasket, the piece actually sits a little bit high. But I'm planning to do something else with these bolts. Let's see what happens. Alright, so that's pretty much it. That's installed. We just gotta torque these down, of course, but man, that looks sharp. That looks real good, guys. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Of course, you could buy this from one of the other manufacturers. It's gonna cost you about $400, or you could pay, you know, half and get it on eBay. I think it looks pretty solid, man. I don't know. I'll probably start adding a little bit more carbon fiber to the build. Maybe I'll go with the rear fender. Maybe I'll go with the fairing. But man, she looks good. You guys can take a look at that. All right, so I'll probably clear this just so you know, just so it matches with the smooth finish. Because this is, I mean, this, I don't think this has much of clear on it. So maybe that's what I got to do. I got to spray this with some clear so I could really get it to pop. But man, this looks pretty sharp. Not bad at all. So there's still a little bit of movement here. I just haven't completely torqued this down, but man, it's not moving anywhere right now. See, I'm moving it, and it's moving the whole bike. This is still a little loose, but it's pretty much set. You guys let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Looks pretty cool, right? Last risk, get out there and ride. Later.